The smartest thing ever told to me by an older man or an OG, not an old gangster, but an old guy, or if you want to call him an old gangster with wisdom. Smartest thing he ever told me was in the dating game, and you're trying to find a nice woman, somebody that'll fit your personality. And this goes out to the women that are listening too. If you're trying to find a nice guy out there that's handsome or average looking or decent looking guy, and it goes for the men looking for the same thing in a woman. The wisdom that I was taught and was told was the fact that, or is, always date or go after the women. You men I'm talking to first. And you women always go after the guy or guys, or should I say guy, that treat you better than the others. Basically, go after the ones that want to be with you, not the ones that don't. Because the ones that don't want to be with you, all they're going to do is continue to take you through changes, play games with you, play with your heart, play with your mind, play with your emotions, play with your feelings, and don't really care nothing about you, just to get something out of you. That's all. It's really simple. Simple advice. You can call it game. Game is the rules and regulations of knowledge. And whatever you're into, good or bad, hopefully it'll be good. But getting back to the dating game and finding somebody that really care about you and want to be with you, it's always in the heart. You go after people who have a kind heart, that are sincere in whatever you're discussing, or sincere in wanting to be with you. A one-man woman and a one-woman man. That's what you're looking for. Not no bunch of people that you got on the side, because that's going to cause the good one that you got or might have to leave, and you're going to regret it. Don't think you ain't, because you will. Because you're going to think of all the good things that that person done for you, male or female, and said to you, kind words spoken to you, spoken to your heart and your mind. Basically, they make love to your mind with the wisdom that they have and the kindness that comes from their heart. So if you get somebody like that and you screw it up, you're going to regret it for a long time. And you might not meet somebody again like that for a long time. So you need to be listening to these kind of things. And you'll know, because you'll feel it in your heart. You know, kind words spoken to a heart of somebody that is looking for love, you can never replace that. That goes for a woman, that goes for a man. We've all been down this road, young or old. We made mistakes, and a lot of us are still regretting that to this day. Well, if I coulda, shoulda, or woulda, or if I should have done this or done that, or if I should have stopped this or stopped that, well, it's too late. Life goes on, but if you ever get that opportunity again to run into somebody like that, you better hold on for dear life, because they're unmatchable, they're unreplaceable, and they're only one of a kind. Go after the ones that like you, for you, not the ones that don't like you, for you. Not the ones that start out the gate good and you think this is the one, You women, I'm talking to about men, and you men, I'm talking to about women. And then turn out down the road, like 30 days or maybe a couple months down the road, you see that they weren't the one for you by their actions. It says in the Bible, a tree is identified by its fruit. The fruit is the things that's identified by a person that's negative that's being done to them. Did you hear me? A tree is identified by its fruit, the fruit it bears, which is the things a person does and says to you. Either it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. Either it's going to be positive or it's going to be negative. And I'm sure you got common sense, all of you out there that's listening to this video, young or old or middle-aged or even older, to know the difference between a person, how they treat you, how they act, how they talk. That's how you know. That's what it means in the Bible about a tree is identified by the fruit it bears. How a person acts, how a person talks, how a person walks. You can even walk evil, a lot of people. And then you got people that can walk positive, good. So, lay back, listen, use all your senses, your sight, your smell, your taste, your touch. You know what I mean? Good common sense. That's all it is. God ain't going to give you no hit and miss answer to nothing. Jesus Christ ain't like that. He going to keep it straight. He going to keep it real. Now, if you ain't ready for it, then I suggest you not listen to this video. But if you're looking for somebody special, these are the principles you got to follow. Go after the ones that like you. Even if you start out friends and you want more out of it, identify the tree that you're dealing with of that person, the fruits, which means their actions, the things they say, the things they do. Not just because they're always in your presence, but behind your back to other people whom they may be talking to about you. You women out there I'm talking to. You men out there I'm talking to. You teenagers, you kids, you college students I'm talking to. Identify the fruits of a person by how they treat you, how you feel in your heart. Does he make you smile most of the time when you're around him? Do you feel positive most of the time when you're around this person? Are you looking for more with this person? You women out there I'm talking to, and you men out there I'm talking to. If it's all the opposite of what I just mentioned, then you need to be looking into some other folks that will treat you a lot better. Identify their fruits, their actions, their ways, the things they say to you, positive or negative, the good things, the bad things. You have to do this because this is your life that you putting in somebody else's life, or vice versa. If they're not treating you the way you should be treated, you need to be leaving. Simple as that. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no ifs. Ain't no buts. Move on. Leave. Get out as quickly as you can get out. Now, if they're treating you right, and everything feels good, their fruits are good, they're positive. When they talk to you, they have sweet words that touch your heart and make you feel really good when you're around them. Or if you got to second guess somebody and have doubts about them, then that's a sign that you need to be looking into thoroughly. And don't make excuses because you feel how they make you feel sexually or materialistically, this and that. You can get all that with a better person, not just an evil person or a bad person or a two-faced person or a phony person or a person who's just using you as his pawn or her pawn to get whatever they're looking for. I done been there. I know. That's why I can stand here and tell you exactly what you need to be doing. Identify the fruit of the tree, which meaning is the person that you're associating yourself with. Your spirit don't match his spirit or her spirit. If it's not good and it's bad, you gotta leave. Especially if it's not getting no better. They all start out good, all relationships, but you spending time with somebody. That's why people get married, and then that's why people get married, and then down the line they didn't see the signs that were already in front of them before they got married, and you done spent 10, 15, 20 years with somebody, and now you divorced. And you could be much older than what you were, and could have had a way better relationship than what you did, but you didn't see the signs that was right in front of you, and you wasn't listening to other people tell you positive knowledge about the person that you was with. You was blinded by love, blinded by the light, or should not the light, the darkness. But you came to the light later on, that you threw all them years away. You probably done had kids, you know what I'm saying? Went through a messy divorce, and some even tragically, if you know what I mean. Identify the fruit or fruits of that person. The things they say, the ways, what they do, how they make you feel. Look into yourself. How do you feel when you're around this person? That's what I'm saying. Do you get excited to see them? You know, when somebody mentions their name or you mention their name, do you smile to yourself in your heart, or do you cringe? Do you feel bad? Do you feel negative about this person? Whether she's a woman, whether she's a man, or he's a man. That's the signs that God has given you through your spirit to figure it out. If you ignore it, then how can you blame anybody but yourself? Because God don't give you no hit and miss system. He gives you the truth, always. He'll never lie to you. And he speaks through people that are your friends, your family members, your new acquaintances, your people at work, your co-workers. He can speak through a little child, but you got to be open and have an open mind and listen very carefully. Remember, how do you feel around this person? That's why people get married, because they know deep in their heart this is the one for them. Sometimes words can't explain it, but God explains it on the inside. And God speaks to other people on the outside. And then on the flip side of that, when people get divorced, it's because they wasn't listening completely in the beginning. That's why they got in it and they stayed in it for a long time. Like I said, 10, 15, 20 years that you can't get back, that you threw away with somebody before it didn't work out. It's your fault. It's nobody else's fault, because I'm sure God will always give you warnings before tragedy happens. Always. He always speaks through somebody or many people before you make a decision on something as serious as marriage and dating. Always go after the ones that like you, not the ones that you like, because the ones that you like is going to take you through all kind of problems, headaches, stress, everything negative you could think of. Why? Because they're not the one for you. And they're out to use you and physically hurt you at times, or have, or will. Especially if people that love you, like your close friends and your family members, are warning you of this person, because they're going to pick up on stuff from whomever you bring home quickly, because they know you. They know what you're looking for. They know your heart. They raised you. They took care of you your whole time when you was a baby all the way up until now. You men I'm talking to out there. You women out there I'm talking to. you kids that understand what I'm saying. Junior high school kids, high school, college kids, even some seniors, you need to be listening. You ain't too old where you can't still learn something and listen to some wisdom. Remember that. Because you can go through the same thing. Nobody's exempt from the love game of being hurt, played, and deceived. It's a helpless feeling, but you learn from it. You have to, so you can pass the knowledge down to your kids. That's what you do when you get married. And if you're in a happy, positive, spiritual marriage, if you see your daughter going through something with some guy, you got the wisdom to tell them, this is not the road to go down. This is not the person for you. And it's the same thing with you men. You know, you see your daughter going through something with a guy, you've been there. You know what to tell her. You know what to do to keep her from getting emotionally wrecked over some person that she shouldn't be with in the first place. Get rid of her. Find something better. Always go after the ones or the people that like you, not the ones that don't like you. Because the ones that don't like you are going to take you through all these changes. You can have somebody that live right next door to you that's been watching you for a long time. They're always pleasant to be around. They always speak to you. Always got something good and positive to say to you. But you're ignoring that person. You're ignoring that guy. You're ignoring that woman. Because you don't think they're good enough for you. You keep blowing them off, and they just keep speaking nice things to you, you know, but you want to be over here with these rugrats, you know, these hood rats, or these people that are negative that don't care nothing about you. They're using you. They got plans to use you and hurt you and take from you, not help you, not like you, not love you, not build you up, not make you feel positive when you're around them. They're there to tear you down and make you worse than what you are. That's not the one you should be with. Those are the fruits of evil of that person. Like I said, identify the tree and the fruits that's on the tree. It's real simple. If you go out and you see 2 trees, or 3, an orange tree, an apple tree, and a pear tree, how do you know which tree is of which fruit? By the fruit that's on that tree. You see a tree with apples on it, what's that? What is it to you? It's an apple tree. You see a pear tree with pears on it, what's that to you? It's a pear tree. If you see an orange tree with oranges on it, here it is. It's an orange tree. Identify the fruit of that tree. And it also means identify the fruit or the ways and positive things of a person, whether they're male or female. And you can identify the fruits of a person that is negative, evil, by the way they act, by the way they talk, the things they've done, the things they may tell you of being in another relationship with another person, an ex. All the things that they spill to you that's negative, that's somebody you don't want to be with, because you're going to repeat the cycle with them. But if it's a positive relationship, that's who you need to be with. Be with the one that want to be with you. Don't be with the one that don't want to be with you. It's 2 opposites. It's real simple. You understand what I'm saying? Can you dig it? In other words, do you understand what I've been telling you for almost 20 minutes? Go after the ones that like you, not the ones that don't like you, because the ones that don't like you, they're going to take you through everything. You chasing them, the more you chase them, the more they're going to run. And then the more they're going to play games with your mind, your feelings, your heart, and your emotions. Simple. The ones that like you, they're gonna go out their way to help you, you know, on any level. You know, I know from experience. Go after the ones that like you for you, not the ones that don't like you for you. And that's it. Have a blessed day and positive day. You men out there I'm talking to, and you women out there I'm talking to.